This is the Mistress Carrie Situation Report for September 25th, 2024. The heavy metal heroes of the Paris Olympic Games, Gojira, who are out on the road with Korn and Spiritbox right now, just announced a French tour starting November 27th and finishing up December 12th to close out 2025, saying we're really excited to announce a proper French tour next year, 13 shows across the country designed for an immersive and explosive experience. Last Sunday, Megadeth canceled the show due to, quote, unexpected and unpredictable circumstances. At the time, the band said that the show would not be rescheduled. 2 days later, Peter Frampton announced that he had to cancel his show at the same venue, once again blaming unforeseen circumstances. Frampton said, "So we had a show canceled the other day because of the weather, and also Megadeth did a sound check, and I think a couple of days before our show, and after they finished their sound check, there was structural damage to the stage. I'm not blaming them. Could have been another band, but it looks pretty like it. So sorry, Megadeth, I had to rat on you." Megadeth then released a statement saying, based on Peter Frampton's recent statement, Megadeth feels it's important to clear up some of the misinformation about the group's recent show cancellation at the Richmond Raceway in Richmond. As recently reported, Frampton stated that Megadeth's sound check damaged the venue, forcing Frampton to also cancel his show there a few days later. The band continued, Megadeth did not even get a chance to sound check at all in Richmond, Virginia, contrary to what Peter Frampton reports. Megadeth's rigger was in the venue's steel grid system above the stage, getting ready to hang the lights when he noticed there was damage to the venue's grid. He pointed it out immediately to the promoters at the venue. It was determined that it was unsafe for Megadeth to hang their production or to put the band on the stage at risk of the in-house grid failure to support the weight of the touring lighting and sound, which could fall on the band, crew members, or audience. Megadeth, the local promoter, the venue, and the booking agents had no other option than to cancel the show. Dave Mustaine also commented that Peter Frampton was talking out of his ass. Legendary Dokken guitarist George Lynch was asked about being a competitive bodybuilder in the 90s and how it affected his guitar playing. Saying in part, all that lifting, it really made it impossible for me to play sometimes. Any kind of extended solo, my left arm would just cramp up. My hand would be like a claw. It was frozen. It was really actually kind of scary and not good. I was definitely overdoing it. In an interview last year, he said the things that were required that I got into in bodybuilding were worse for my health than anything I've done in rock and roll. After months of teasing their return, The Cure have confirmed that their first new single in 16 years is set for release tomorrow, September 26th. The band offering an 18-second preview of the song Alone, and the album will be the follow-up to 2008's 413 Dream. Shavo Odadjian from System of a Down shedding light on the potential for a System of a Down reunion to release new music, something fans have been eagerly awaiting since the band's last albums, Mesmerize and Hypnotize, in 2005. Saying, quote, "Listen, bro, my door is always open with that. I have 100 riffs waiting if they need anything for me." He continued, "It wasn't like someone fucking cursed anybody. It wasn't like someone banged anyone's girl or cussed out. Nothing happened that you can't be cool with. We're still cool with each other. We walk on stage. We love each other. So there's always going to be that." He did say that it's a fucking shame that more tracks haven't been made available, especially since they recorded 2 songs just a few years ago. Reservoir Media, the award-winning independent music company, has announced a new publishing deal with Snoop Dogg and Death Row Records. The deals include domestic publishing for Snoop's entire catalog of hits and future works, and the publishing catalog of Snoop's Death Row Records. The trailer for the upcoming Bruce Springsteen documentary, Road Diary, Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band, includes 2 minutes of the boss and the E Street Band on tour, backstage, and in interviews. You can watch the trailer online. The new film will make its debut on October 25th, just a few days before Springsteen and the E Street Band launch a brand new leg of their current tour. Johnny Cash has become the first musician to receive a statue at the U.S. Capitol. The Kevin Cressy creation was introduced to the National Statuary Hall in Washington, D.C., with remarks from the Man in Black's daughter, Roseanne Cash, during an unveiling ceremony yesterday, saying words cannot come close to expressing our pride to see my dad accorded such a singular privilege, the first musician in history to be included in the Statuary Hall collection. I'm very careful not to put words in his mouth since his passing, but on this day, I can safely say that he would feel that of all of the many honors and accolades he received in his lifetime, this is the ultimate. The placard on the statue describes Johnny Cash as a singer, songwriter, artist, and humanitarian. Linkin Park have shared an animated video for their second track with Emily Armstrong, Heavy as the Crown, with the game League of Legends. The group debuted the track live over the weekend during the encore of their September 22nd performance in Hamburg, Germany. The official studio version of the song is now available everywhere, and it's been selected as the official 2024 League of Legends World Championship anthem. And Queens of the Stone Age have announced they've rescheduled the 5 dates they postponed earlier this year due to Josh Homme's emergency surgery. That included 2 stops in Boston, now scheduled for June 10th and June 11th at the MGM Music Hall at Fenway. And that's your sit rep. For more details on all of the stories, check the links in the show notes of this episode. And don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to the Mistress Carrie Podcast. New full-length episodes come out every Wednesday. Episode 225, featuring Mark LaBelle from Dirty Honey, is available now.